This is exactly right.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
And we know how important it is to take care of it with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one. I've always used CeraVe.
They have little samples at my dermatologist as I'm leaving, and they don't do that with just anything.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
Your bra should clock in, do its job, and clock out.
That's where Honeylove comes in.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them.
Honeylove recently launched their new crossover contour bra, which features their best-selling wireless crossover bra design, plus built-in molded light foam pads for extra support and a beautifully contoured shape.
And Honeylove is now offering a crossover triple bra bundle. You can get huge savings by buying 3 at once.
But Honeylove doesn't just make bras and shapewear. They built a full line of tanks, bodysuits, and underwear with supportive structure, smoothing fabrics, and premium finishes.
Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye. Hello
and welcome
to Rewind with Karen and Georgia.
You know, every Wednesday we recap our old shows with all new commentary and updates and insights.
We truly do, Karen.
Yeah, we really do.
And today we're recapping episode 83, which is the second half of our 2-part Unqualified crossover, which we succinctly titled Unqualified with Anna Faris Crossover Part 2.
This episode came out on August 22nd, 2017.
Now let's listen to the intro of episode 83.
Sim, this is when you're supposed to talk.
Well, this is part 2. I'm excited that we're all back here. Thank you for showing up again.
No problem. It's a long drive, but worth
Great.
it. It's so crazy you're wearing the same.
I know.
Well, I love it, though.
Yeah, this is my Thursday shirt.
All right, so we're going to start with Anna first. She's going to do her favorite murder. After that, we'll go to Georgia. You'll do yours. We have one more advice call, and then we're done with the show.
Okay. Are we calling this my favorite unqualified?
My favorite unqualified. I love it.
Did we already?
Can I didn't mean to cut you off, Georgia.
There was nothing else to say.
I feel that way all the time.
I wish you would just start.
And we're back. We had to learn what other people's podcast engineers are like.
Totally.
Because Sim was the Steven of Anna Faris's Unqualified.
Yeah, and he was great.
We were
like, Steven, step it up.
Steven, you're no Sim. Could you imagine if he said that? No, but it was like a different energy. And then we're just kind of like, we are combining podcasts right now.
So weird.
Very strange.
We said last episode about how incredibly wonderful Anna is and was and will be and always will be.
And always will be, forever and ever. I mean, it was interesting to meet a person that we already knew.
Totally.
And have them know us.
Yeah.
Separately from us directly knowing them.
Right. It's not like, oh, this is a fellow podcaster. What's up? It's like, oh, hey, you're a fucking A-list celebrity and we're in your house right now.
And we just found out that you somehow know who we are.
Yeah.
So now we're all acting chill about it.
Why are you so pretty? It's like not fair.
And tiny.
I have so many questions for you, Anna.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she delivers.
Yeah, she does.
In her story. Let's get into Anna's story about Rebecca Schaeffer. We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. The future has an annoying habit of always showing up.
That's why now is a great time to start planning ahead.
Enter Acorns.
Acorns is a smart way to give your money a chance to grow. You can sign up in minutes and start automatically investing, even if it's your spare change.
The Acorns potential screen shows you the power of compounding and how your money could grow over time. You can quickly adjust how much you're investing every day, week, or month to make sure you're always building towards your goals.
Whether you're just starting out or thinking about settling down, Acorns supports your big and small goals across every stage of life. Sign up now and Acorns will boost your new account with a $5 bonus investment.
Join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $27 billion with Acorns.
Head to acorns.com/MFM or download the Acorns app to get started.
Paid non-client endorsement compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns.
Tier 2 compensation provided, potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings.
Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk.
Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/MFM. Goodbye.
Summer means a whole new world for your feet.
They're walking more, sweating more, and going barefoot all day long.
For summer feet that need real comfort, there's Bombas.
Bombas has a whole line of sport-specific socks for golf, yoga, the gym, and every kind of runner.
They also make soft, supportive compression socks that are especially great for summer travel.
Bombas sandals and slides are made from super lightweight, cushy, waterproof EVA foam, so they feel incredibly comfortable.
And the best part? For every item you buy, Bombas donates an essential clothing item to someone facing housing insecurity, with over 200 million donations and counting.
I wore my Bombas compression socks on the plane ride to and from Italy. And listen, I'm a girl of a certain age at this point. It needs to be done. And I felt so comfy and so secure with my cute little Bombas socks.
So head over to bombas.com/MFM and use code MFM for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/MFM, code MFM at checkout. Goodbye.
Okay, so I have to tell you though, I have to qualify this with, this is actually a story that I remember very vividly and kind of has sort of haunted me throughout Hollywood and the idea of sort of becoming well known, shall we say famous.
Oh my God.
I think I know. I think I might.
Do you?
Maybe. I have 2 ideas of what it could be.
It's as all of these stories are horribly tragic.
Oh, I know it.
You do?
I bet I do.
What?
No, I'm excited.
No.
It's terrifying because, I live here, in a weird home.
Give them your address.
And anytime there's a ding dong in the back of my mind, this story comes up a little bit, which is, Rebecca Schaeffer.
Oh, shit.
Is that what you were going to guess? You were? Karen, you were going to guess it?
It was either Rebecca Schaeffer or Teresa Saldana is the other one.
Yes.
I was going to guess Sharon Tate. So I was
no, I couldn't go quite there.
Yeah.
But
I can never do that.
This is one of the most, they're all tragic stories, aren't they?
It's so sad.
Okay, so Rebecca was born November 6, 1967 and raised in Portland, Oregon. And she wanted to grow up being a rabbi, but when she was 14 years old, her good looks caught the attention of a cattle call, which my good looks never caught the attention of a cattle call.
My good looks caught the attention of a temple, of a rabbi.
Hey. at a local modeling agency. Less than 2 years later, in 1984, after appearing in a number of Portland area publications, she went to New York to pursue her modeling career. Her modeling career didn't take off due to being only 5'7", which
poor thing. Gross.
So she decided to focus on acting, quickly appearing in television commercials, 17 magazine, Woody Allen's film Radio Days, and One Life to Live. So she became very successful. She was a stunningly...
Who was she in Radio Days?
It was cut.
Oh, son of a bitch. That movie's so good.
In 1986, at the age of 18, her work caught the attention of Los Angeles casting directors, and she was cast in the CBS sitcom My Sister Sam, playing the character of Patty. Sam's girl next door sister. What the fuck?
Who wrote this shit?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, now she's living in LA. Rebecca was on the fast track to stardom.
Can I just say that my sister and I loved My Sister Sam from the second it came out. We loved her so much. She was just she looks like one of those classic all-American girls. Curly hair, great face.
Beautiful.
But also like sweet.
Yeah, you could feel her positive, because I watched it too, and you could feel like her, I don't know, I hate to say positive energy. That sounds like a very LA thing to say, but a warmth.
She had this Sandra Bullock feel to her, where you're like, oh, I'm friends with her already.
Yeah.
So now we have the stalker.
Nice.
The stalker comes into play.
Now he's a fucking stalker.
Yep. Robert John Bardo. So he was a 19-year-old Tucson resident. Bardo repeatedly had a troubled childhood, an alcoholic mom, and mentally ill father. He was abused by one of his siblings and placed in foster care after he threatened to commit suicide. He was diagnosed with manic depression and at one time institutionalized for a month for emotional problems.
Don't put your fucking kid in foster care if he wants to kill himself.
No kidding. So beyond that timeline, beyond that, it says here on my info sheet, beyond that Tim time, he received professional help.
God damn it.
Beyond that Tim time, he received professional help. But okay, back to my sweet Rebecca. At age 16, before stalking Rebecca, he stalked a child peace activist, which I always thought was an interesting detail.
Is that her choice?
How do you find the child peace activist? But anyway,
on TV or something.
Wonderful woman named Samantha Smith, who tragically died in a 1985 plane crash, which weirdly was a year of a lot of plane crashes.
85?
Yeah, 1985.
Is that John Denver? Who else was that?
I don't know.
Probably.
Don't ask me too many questions. I just got to read the Tim Time sheet, okay?
Karen usually knows these weird, obscure facts.
I was scraping my brain. Was that the one where the rugby team ate each other in the mountains?
Maybe.
That's the one.
Could be.
That counts for 3, that one.
Anyway, so this fella Bardo, he was lonely and he spent a lot of time watching television, believe it or not. He discovered Rebecca's sitcom, My Sister Sam, and he became pretty smitten. He saw her as beautiful and wholesome. Ah, God, can I say that again? Wholesome? That's like how you describe oatmeal. Mm-hmm. But innocent, I think, is sort of the major point that we'll get to later. And he collected her magazine covers and talked about her as if they were friends. I don't know who you talked to her about, because I don't think he had a lot of friends. Maybe he just...
The grocery store clerk.
Yeah, he's like...
Whoever he bought the magazine from.
So over the course of 3 years, he wrote, a ton of letters to Rebecca. And one letter was answered by an employee of Rebecca Schaeffer's fan club. And he was encouraged by that. He came to Los Angeles, hoping to meet her on the set of her sitcom, My Sister Sam, but he was turned away by Warner Brothers security. He was pissed. He returned a month later armed with a knife. But security guards once again prevented him from gaining access to the actress. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You can't get onto that Warner Brothers lot. You can't.
Not the first time. The second time, they're like, come on in.
I would love it if somebody was like, I got a knife. I got to see her.
Oh, well, then you should have said that the last time you were here. Sir.
Okay, so he later said that he brought the knife because he thought Rebecca was becoming too arrogant. The security weirdly thought that he was just harmless and lovesick. And he was never reported to the police.
No.
So, once again, very upset, He returned to Tucson and lost focus on Schaeffer for just a little while. His obsession shifted towards pop singers Debbie Gibson and Tiffany.
Oh, I mean, mine did too, but I wasn't a fucking psychopath.
I mean, 85. What choice did we have?
Right?
They were on their mall tours.
Yeah.
So during this period, he was arrested 3 times on charges, including domestic violence and disorderly conduct. Okay, now we're getting to the actual tragic events. And I hope our listeners know and everybody knows that I'm simply like the Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4 actress. Not 5, too old.
What? Wait,
So
explain it to me. I did not understand that.
Well,
She's been in all the scary movies.
Okay,
Been in all the scary movies. But so I don't have but fame is an odd thing. And I don't think that I hope nobody comes over and does a ding dong.
There's we could talk about this for a half an hour.
Right. But I do, yes, but the obsession with fame is something that at times has freaked me out just a little bit, not too much, because I'm simply that other one, not like a beautiful 21-year-old who stars on a massive. Well,
honey, it's okay. You're not going to seem arrogant.
Oh, thank you.
If you are scared of psychopaths.
Okay. So on June 3rd, 1989, our murderer turned his attention back to Rebecca after watching her in the black comedy Class Struggle in Beverly Hills.
Did you see that? Have you seen that?
Yes. But is that the name of it? It's not Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. It's this, is it?
Truth Beverly.
No, it's right. Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys want to fight?
Oh, sorry.
That'd be amazing. If that happened.
What am I? I'm thinking of the one with Nick Nolte.
Right. No, this was I'm sure it was like a B movie.
They probably don't show it anymore.
No. So she had a scene in bed with a man. And
in that movie.
Yeah, and Bardo went into a jealous rage and decided that she should be punished for becoming another Hollywood whore.
Fucking arrogant piece of shit.
I know. He believed that she had lost her innocence. So he paid a detective agency $250 to find Schaeffer's home address in California DMV records.
No.
And Bardo's brother helped him get a handgun because he was only 19. I guess maybe in Tucson you can't get a gun. I'm sure the laws have changed. You can get a gun now when you're 9.
You actually get one automatically when you're 8 years old.
An automatically.
Okay, so on July 18th, 1989, he traveled to Los Angeles a 3rd time. I bet. Do you think he drove or did
I think he took a bus, right? I remember watching
He took a bus.
I remember watching like a reenactment thing, and he's like, do off a bus, like a Greyhound. You're like, I bet he smells.
Wonderful. Okay, so he went to her apartment, which is in the Fairfax district, around 6:30 a.m.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine? So he rang the doorbell. The intercom was not working that day. That fucking manager.
Oh, my
for
God.
real.
Manager and detective need to go on an island
Yes.
and stay there.
So Schaeffer was up preparing for an audition for the role in Godfather Part 3. Oh, she was up so early. So she answered the door. Bardo showed Schaeffer a letter and autograph that she had previously sent him, probably through the agency that sends that stuff out. Rebecca thanked him and said she was busy and had to go. So then Bardo went to a local diner and had breakfast, and he was very disappointed. An hour later, 10:15 a.m., he returned to Schaeffer's apartment for the 2nd time. Schaeffer answered the door again. This is a weird detail. I know, it's weird. Wearing a black bathrobe, which maybe she looked, of course she looked incredibly hot, and maybe that agitated him even more. She was about to get dressed for her audition. He pulled a gun from a brown paper bag and shot her in the chest point blank range in the doorway of her apartment building. And Schaeffer apparently began screaming, why? She collapsed in her doorway as Bardo fled. A neighbor phoned paramedics who arrived to transfer to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, and she was pronounced dead 30 minutes after her arrival. And she was 21 when she died. And so anyway, he was arrested a day later in Tucson, Arizona, after motorists reported a man running through traffic on the 10, and he immediately confessed to the murder. So in 1991, he was brought to trial and prosecuted by Marcia Clark. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And during the trial, Bardo claimed that the U2 song Exit was an influence in the murder. The song played in the courtroom as evidence.
Which one is that? Someone sing it to me.
I don't know that one.
Every breath. No. I swear to God, I feel like you two would know so much trivia. And I'm sorry.
No, I don't. Yeah. Oh boy. This is a hard one for me to talk about a little bit. Well, they're all hard, aren't they?
They're all awful. Yeah.
So Bardo's attorneys argued that he was mentally ill, that schizophrenia had led him to commit the murder. So he was convicted of capital murder and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But here's the sort of good news after all of this is that the Driver's Privacy Protection Act was enacted in 1994, which prevents the DMV from releasing private addresses. So there are now anti-stalking laws in every state. And in 1989, in the wake of the murder, LA police created the nation's first team specializing in stalking investigations. Also, California was the first state to criminalize stalking in the United States in 1990, following her murder and a string of other high-profile assaults. But also that also came on the heels of Teresa Saldana. So that is something that I just resonates with me just because of the obsession, I guess, with fame and how scary sometimes it can be when people feel very familiar with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know you, so it's not weird to them that they're coming to talk to you, and they don't ever flip it and see that it's like something out of the blue. Also, it just kills me because that idea of like, you move to LA, you get a job, you get like a good apartment, and you're in that mode. I'm sure she didn't think I'm famous because she was like, it was like, she's on that show, maybe she's in one movie or whatever. But
and I feel like in LA, you get people talk to you a lot less. Like they know that,
And I think that people maybe think that, like I imagine now, like at the time she probably was making a nice chunk of change, but probably not enough. She was still living in an unsecured apartment.
Right.
And because why wouldn't she necessarily be? And, I just want you two to know that I have a fucking ton of cameras around here.
do you?
That's fucking right. So if either of you try to take me out,
I've already spray painted over half of them. I'm going to finish before this.
Well, listen, like I want to reiterate, I'm 40.
That's it. That's all I got.
It's not the sexiest of murders if somebody comes like,
I'll just, to make you feel better, it took me fucking forever to find this house. So I think you're okay, even if they could break into it.
Yeah. Give them the address and be like, I bet you can't find it. Go ahead.
challenge.
It is, it's just super sad. Sometimes those are the only highlights of when we tell our stories is stuff like that where, it's such a tragedy that Rebecca Schaeffer had to die. But then they finally were like, oh, that's right. You shouldn't be able to know anyone's address. Right. And you shouldn't be able to walk up to anybody's house. And you shouldn't, if you tell 8 people that you're obsessed with somebody, that should count against you.
Yeah.
Stalking is a very serious thing.
That wasn't, and it's probably still not taken seriously by a lot of law enforcement officials.
Well,
no offense.
It is now.
Right.
It is the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you were saying that it hasn't been taken seriously because there's so much ego involved. Like there's a dismissal of that, especially as a woman. Having said that, if anyone out there would like to stalk me,
no,
please submit your application.
No.
Let us know.
Cancel.
History of violence.
Edit that out. Wow, I'm so sorry.
That was a rough one.
I know.
So sad.
But like you were saying, Karen, that thankfully it's changed some things.
Well, and also the Teresa Saldana story is so insane. I saw that as a kid on TV.
Is she the sister
movie
from Poltergeist?
That's Dominic Dunn's daughter, Dominique.
Right.
No, it was
was the woman who was the wife in Raging Bull. So she was just starting her acting career and getting kind of amazing parts. And she also had a stalker, and he did the exact same thing. He walked up to her apartment door and stabbed her. And actually the Culligan man was walking up delivering water to somebody else's apartment. And I think he saved her. He either pulled the guy off of her or like got her, like the Culligan man saved her life. And she, went on to advocate for all those laws too.
That's like the end of so many of our stories are like, the victim's family then went on to
do great things,
amazing things. That's like the only way I feel like you can personally survive these horrific things happening is if you try to make it worth, like, make the tragedy worth, like, hopefully prevention of like we did that. We've done the Amber Alert girl. And we did Megan's Law.
That's why I keep the guillotine though outside the house.
Warning,
just as a kind of like a symbol. Warning. Come fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with you, dicks.
Here's what I'm like.
A FedEx guy standing there like, I just have some packages for you. You fucking with me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing me my clothes? Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. I'll take those. That's fine.
But don't fuck with me. Yeah. But give me my fucking boots.
We are back. Karen, do we have any updates?
The only update is that Robert John Bardo remains in prison, but we did look through the Gmail about this case and we found a hometown. Ooh. So I'm going to read it to you now. It says, "Hello to my beloved MFM crew. This is not so much my hometown story as it is my mom's, but I thought I would share anyway since it relates to a story that's mentioned on the show every now and then and that was covered in the crossover episode with Anna Faris. In the mid-1970s, a couple years before I was born, my mom was a graduate student in Oregon studying child psychology. One of her professors had a preschool-age daughter named Rebecca, who he asked my mom to babysit.
Oh, no.
She babysat this child regularly for a couple of years until she had me, and I probably never would have heard the rather unremarkable story of my mom babysitting her professor's daughter. But just before I began 6th grade, we were watching a television interview with the parents of a young woman who was murdered by a stalker. Oh. And then, oh my God, that's Dr. Schaeffer, my mom said. When she had initially heard the news, she had not yet put 2 and 2 together to realize that the Rebecca Schaeffer who was murdered was the very same that she babysat about 15 years earlier.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine how horrifying and surreal that moment of realization must have been for my mother. While there truly is no silver lining to the murder of Rebecca Schaeffer, it was a catalyst in getting California's first anti-stalking laws passed. Also, a few years later, my mom went on to run a crisis center and domestic violence shelter where she helped victims of stalkers, abusers, and human traffickers escape.
Wow.
It's still infuriating that so often it takes someone being hurt or killed to get police and lawmakers to pay attention to the situation. So stay sexy and pass preventative legislation before it escalates. Miriam.
That's incredible. I mean, yeah, hearing that story and how little could have even been done had anyone known.
Yes.
To protect Rebecca, is so horrifying. And I mean.
Also, I think that is one of those, and we talk about this, but that idea that you're watching a person, you've interpreted their life this one way because they're a TV star that's been brought into your world because it's like, oh, it's a TV star.
Yeah.
And then the ending of that person's life is so horrific and tragic.
Yeah.
And it's like a reality bending in a way because it's like, oh, no, wait, I just knew her in this ideal situation.
Right. This is a human being with...
Yeah. And you think it's ideal, this idea of fame, this idea of like, this is what she's made it to the big time.
Yeah.
And horrible.
It's so sad.
It really is. Okay, so we're going to get back into the Unqualified crossover. Here's Georgia's story about Charlie Brandt.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is like cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
Georgia, what do you have for us?
Well, I have a serial killer I'd never ever heard of. Ooh. In one of those, like there's this BuzzFeed or some website that I found that like the craziest murderer in every state, and this guy was Florida, so he's fucking top notch. You know what I mean?
I love it that we have like Washington crazy serial killers, and then it's I love it. All
and we're doing 3 shows in Florida, and Florida was like, when are you going to come to do a live show here? And we're like, oh, you have the best murders. We're coming there for 3 shows. Like there's no other state that we're doing 3 shows in. All right, September 15th. 2004. So friends of Michelle Jones, she's a pretty, vivacious 37-year-old executive at the Golf Channel in Orlando, were worried because they couldn't reach her, which is like the beginning of every murder story, right? Michelle's aunt and uncle, Charlie Brandt and Terry Helfrich, were staying with her for a few days because they had been evacuated from their home. In a seafront villa near Key West, there was Hurricane Ivan was coming, and they had to get the fuck out of there. Michelle is like the niece, and they're
the least sexy name for a hurricane. Sorry,
Ivan. Did you hear the thing about how hurricanes named after women kill more people?
Oh no,
because they don't take them seriously. People don't take them seriously when they're named after women. Anyway, she's close with her aunt and uncle. She invited them to stay with them. So Michelle's mother, who was Terry, the aunt's sister, called one of Michelle's friends and was like, can you go check on her? So the friend finds their mail overflowing, newspapers from days earlier on the lawn. No one's answering the door when she knocks. The door's locked. She walks around to the garage, sees lights on through the windows. There's cars parked in the driveway, so she calls the cops. They arrive, they enter the home, and quickly run back out and vomit in the yard, horrified by what they had found inside. So inside, reclining on the couch, is the body of Michelle's aunt, Charlie's wife, Aunt Terry. She's been stabbed 7 times in the chest, and then her clothes had been removed, but she hadn't been sexually assaulted. In the bedroom is Michelle's body. She'd been stabbed only once, but then she had been disemboweled. Her heart and organs had been removed, and she had also been decapitated, and her head was sitting next to her
I can't
body.
believe you didn't lead with that part.
There's a lot. This
She's
is like
walking us through the house. We're going room by
We're
room.
going right. Karen was like, should we warn people about the murders first? And I was like, don't worry, mine's way fucking worse. So we should warn this. So her head's next to her body. The weapons that have been used in the crime were the knives from her own kitchen. Then in the garage, Uncle Charlie, we find in a state of decomposition because of the heat. Uncle Charlie's body is hanging from his neck by a sheet from the rafters. He's dead, and then the investigators determined that it was a suicide. So there's
Seems like it.
right?
I mean,
There's no suicide note, and there's no way of knowing exactly what happened, but because of the lack of a break-in or any other explanation, they conclude that Charlie was the murderer and it had been a murder-suicide. So Uncle Charlie, I'm going to call him that because it's easier to remember him. He's described by all as a mild-mannered, loving husband, all-around good guy.
Aren't they all?
Aren't they always called that? But he was known as being a bit of an oddball and eccentric, but by all accounts, including Aunt Terry's best friend, Charlie loved her very deeply, and the couple was inseparable. No one ever detected any problems or saw a fight in the relationship or anyone's temper. In fact, here's something annoying. They would make each other's lunches every morning because they said that food made by someone you love tastes better than when you make it yourself. Which, can you imagine that couple? And you're like, can you guys shut the fuck up and just like eat your lunch?
It sounds like a great way to make someone make your food for you.
yeah, exactly right.
I want a peanut butter and jelly, but I love the way it tastes when you make it.
So much better when you do it, all the chores.
When you unfreeze my chicken nuggets. When the investigators began to look into the murder-suicide, Uncle Charlie's older sister, Angela, is like, hold up, I got to tell you guys something. This has been a secret, a family secret for 30 years.
Here we go.
Yep. 1971, Uncle Charlie is just 13. His father had recently killed his dog during a hunting trip with Charlie. The dad says he did it on accident, but he had shot the dog twice. And also, Uncle Charlie has some difficulty with school assignments, struggling to maintain his grades, but he was reportedly a really bright kid. So on the evening of January 3rd, 1971, while his dad's in the bathroom shaving, his mother, who's 8 months pregnant, is soaking in the bathtub. Charlie gets up from his homework randomly, grabs a 9mm handgun from his father's nightstand, goes into the bathroom, and shoots his father in the back. Then he walks to his mother, who's in the bathtub. She says, "No, Charlie, no," but he fires at her until there's no more bullets left. This is really fucked up. I should have started with that. I'm sorry that this is...
I'm just
After everything else that's happened.
Is this more or less fucked up than most of your murders that you do on your shows?
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's pretty right on. Next, he goes to his 15-year-old sister Angela's room. Angela's the one telling the cops about this case. He goes to her room, points the gun at her, and tries to fire. He didn't even know that the gun was empty, and she said that he looked like he was in a trance, so he might not even have been aware that this was like going on, and his gun was empty. They start to wrestle. Angela tries to talk Charlie down. She tells him that she loves him and will run away with him. But as soon as she gets a chance, she runs to a neighbor's house screaming for help. Charlie's mom dies, but his father survives, and from the hospital bed says he has no idea why his son would ever commit such an act. When Charlie's evaluated by psychologists, they see no signs of a diagnosable mental illness. They can't pinpoint a motive for the shooting at all. By all accounts, he's like, I loved my family. I have no idea why I did this. So they said they weren't going to prosecute him because of that and his age, because he's not responsible for his actions, but instead they send him to a psychiatric clinic. His father visits him very often, and after a year, his dad is able to have him released to his custody, and the whole family moves to Florida to get away from the town's scrutiny. And the murder of his mother is not spoken of again, to the point where his two younger sisters, who were super young when the mom was murdered, didn't even know about it. They thought their mom had died in a car accident until the murder-suicide, when Angela told the cops. They didn't know a thing. Charlie gets excellent grades in school. He becomes a radar technician engineer. He finds the note from the BTK killer in the library.
That's right. That was his favorite book. Referencing the old episode.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh shit, I forgot that. It's a week later. Angela, his sister, marries a dude named Jim, finds out about the brother Charlie murdering their mom, still becomes good friends with him. So once Jim, his brother-in-law, and Angela are getting a divorce, on the topic of revenge, Uncle Charlie says, well, you know, the perfect revenge is you kill someone and you cut their heart out and then you eat it. That's the perfect revenge.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
But Jim, despite that, sets Uncle Charlie up with a friend of his new girlfriend. This friend is Aunt Terry. After 6 months, they get married. Can you imagine setting your fucking friend up with someone who said that?
No.
No. That's the correct answer.
No.
Absolutely not. Let's see. And we don't know if Terry knew or not about the murder of the mother. And okay, so let's go back to 2004, post-murder suicide. The police find out about the fucked up stuff from Charlie's past. They begin to take a closer look at the murders of his wife and niece.
So can I really quick ask a question?
Always.
I just don't understand. As a kid, he kills his own mother, tries to kill his father.
And his sister.
And his sister, but the sister lives?
Yeah.
So then he just goes to a psychiatric hospital for a little while, and then they're just like business as usual.
Yeah. Less than business as usual, like hiding stuff. And the dad is like, the way that, this is speculation that could get me sued. Can I do this?
Of course.
If I preemptively, we have a lawyer in the room. He must have been, some shit must have been going on in that household that his dad was like, nope, I want my kid out of there. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, molestation.
So you think the dog thing was almost just like the straw that broke the camel's back, but really he was being molested.
Yeah.
And that's why the father wouldn't turn him in, because that all would come out.
Yeah. And then we have that thing about like, if someone's molesting, like killing the mother as well is always like a really weird thing, because if you have an issue with your dad, why would you, the mother would never step in, that kind of thing. Speculation, Your Honor. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Please approach the bench.
All right. Okay, so they begin to take a closer look. They note that the amputations inflicted on Michelle, the niece, were not amateur, but were accomplished with skill and experience. They search the couple's house. The couple's house is still boarded up from the hurricane. And they find a bunch of fucked up stuff. They find the bedroom door. So bedroom door is open. I never close my bedroom door. When they open it, on the back of the bedroom door is a really creepy illustration poster of the female muscular and skeletal system. And she has like a bun on her head, and it's like a cartoon drawing. It's like so creepy. It's not just a skeleton. It's like a female skeleton with a face.
And muscles.
Muscles.
So it's like one of those weird, that
Anatomy.
Weird, yeah.
Oh, when you like a pop-up book kind of thing?
Well, no, I was thinking of, there was actually an art installation of a guy that was like, remember the thing? And I was just like, that person is a serial killer that made this. Who would want to go and like show what like people look like with no skin?
Like embalming someone.
Right.
And then putting it up as art.
But really just skinning them anyway.
I got nauseous at that art installation, quote unquote, and had to leave. It was so disturbing.
Of that one of like the human body.
Human anatomy.
Bodies.
Yeah. Bodies.
Yeah, I saw it in New York, and I don't have too many regrets in life. I mean, I should have more, but that one is one of my regrets.
Yeah, considering how much I can read and watch and I look at crime scene photos and shit, like that was really fucking. I still had like hair.
Well, and there was all this like these ethical issues of how the bodies were retrieved.
Right. Who were they?
Yeah. And apparently they were whatever.
And who would do it? It's so weird.
And who would go to it? Like, we don't need to know that. Well, apparently Charlie did. So, and also despite not being in the medical profession, of course, there were books on human anatomy and a bookshelf, and one of them contained a newspaper clipping of a labeled illustration of the human heart. He also subscribed, here's what's fucking creepy, to Victoria's Secret magazine, and it was like, or catalog, it was like in his name, it was to his wife. And his nickname for his niece, Michelle, who he killed, was Victoria's Secret. He called her. Which is like,
it's not a nickname. It does. It's not shorter than her name.
Yeah.
It's not her name.
Longer. Yeah. It's not even close.
They checked out his computer. There was a bunch of erotic websites related to sacrifice, violence, necrophilia, containing photos of torture, rape, and violent deaths, depicting female autopsies. They're all staged. Don't worry. Living models made to look dead. And they came to the conclusion that Charlie was obsessed with his niece, Michelle, had premeditated the murders, and that he was also obsessed with human anatomy, especially the female human anatomy, due to what they found in his house, as well as the observation that the murder of his wife and niece seemed to be the work of a skilled and practiced killer. Police began to look into previously unsolved cold cases in the area, and also in the areas where he would travel for work, which he did a lot, because I guess engineers travel for work a lot. They
train engineers. Come on.
Toot, toot. What's the, They sent out a description of the MO: disemboweled, decapitated, clean cut, surgical precision, and they quickly got a ton of hits from other police stations. So his ties to an additional murder were uncovered by not investigators, but by the producers of the show 48 Hours, which is like, fuck yeah. There's a really good episode of this on 48 Hours. They passed along the information to the authorities. So in July 1989, off Big Pine Key, Florida, 2 fishermen found the body of Sherry Parisho. She was 38. She lived in a small boat and had been seen riding her bike earlier that day. She'd been in the water dead no longer than 12 hours. And the site her body was found at was 1,000 feet away from Charlie Brandt's Big Pine Key house. 1,000 feet away. Her head had been severed and her heart had been removed. Charlie resembled the sketch of a man seen crossing the US 1 nearby on the night of the murder. And Jim, the fucking dude who set them up, who had set them up, said Terry told him that Charlie came home that night wet and covered with blood around the time Sherry was killed. And she was like, what the fuck? And he was like, I was fishing and I killed some fish. And then in November 1995, along the Miami-Dade County highway that Charlie would have had to use to get in and out of the Keys, the mutilated body of Darlene Toller, she was 35, she was discovered in a plastic bag, and her head and heart were missing as well. So since then, 26 murders, going back as far as 1973, which is when his dad checked him out of the insane asylum and took him to Florida. So that means he was 15 years old. They have had possible links to Charlie, but 6 murders have been positively identified and ascribed to Charlie. So Charlie Brandt, the fucking serial killer that I had never heard of, a possibility of 26 murders going back from when he was 15 years old, 2 years after he killed his fucking pregnant mother. That's it.
The head and the heart, huh?
The head and the heart.
Fuck.
I wonder if they named that band
Georgia.
after it.
Yeah.
I know.
The head and the heart and the hunter? Oh, no, there's an actual. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I've never heard of that guy.
Oh, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
yeah. Oh,
And he was like, he looks so much like my cousin. It creeps me out. Like my cousin could play him in a movie.
I also feel like that lesson of like, if somebody just gets up as a 13-year-old and shoots a bunch of people in their family, you can pretty much assume that's not going to end there.
No. And I think the psychologists were like, this is going to happen again. But his dad was like, nope, taking him into custody.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
oh, man.
And how could there not be one little thing that the psychologists found that were like, well, here's like, everything's fine. Nope. He just killed his parents once, but everything else is fine. That's impossible.
I do. Yeah, it does feel like, I think maybe now I like to think that there's like people are much more aware of warning signs, but it's disturbing that even as recently as back in the 90s, like the warning signs are like, well, you know, people get better, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's have a positive attitude about this guy.
Once he has his own apartment, he'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, thank you. for your latest favorite murder.
There's no real way to transition to a call from this.
I know.
Believe me.
How do we? Our shows are so
talk
different.
About our signs?
Yeah. So different. I'm a Taurus.
My sign is stop.
I'm
Georgia,
a Gemini.
what are you?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay, I'm a Sag.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what the fuck Sim is. Nor do I want to.
I don't either. I have no idea.
You know I'm a Gemini.
Are you? Oh, we're so much fun. Because we're fucking batshit.
Hell yeah.
I actually saw a thing and it had a list of like the most well-known serial killers, and most of them are Geminis.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's Gemini or Virgo.
Virgo.
Oh. Yeah.
Amazing.
Gemini men are particularly crazy. Gemini girls are just fun drunks. No.
I love you.
All right. Well,
Because when someone says that to you, it's because you're crazy. Because you're a great person.
I mean,
Okay, we're back. Do you have any updates?
I don't have case updates, but I also have a hometown regarding the story. So here we go. Greetings, pleasantries, and niceties. I grew up hearing lots of stories from my father and uncle about their adventures of misspent youth growing up on military bases, stealing cars, catching venomous snakes with their bare hands, sneaking into bars underage, and hustling bikers at pool. But I was still wholly unprepared for a casual text from my mom a few weeks ago that found out your Uncle Kevin's old roommate was a serial killer. Obviously, this was not an appropriate conversation to have via text, so over the course of the subsequent phone call, my mom told me how my uncle had been watching 2020 when he heard a familiar name, the name of a man he had been close friends with while working together as radar technicians in the Bahamas, and then later became roommates with when they moved back to Central Florida, his old buddy, Charlie motherfucking Brandt. Yep, the Charlie Brandt whose insane story Georgia covered in episode 83. The Charlie Brandt who seemed like a totally normal guy in an incredibly loving marriage, annoyingly so, until the day he brutally murdered his wife, Terry, and niece, Michelle, and then hung himself in the garage. My uncle said what everyone who spent time in close proximity to a serial killer says, that he seemed totally normal, save for the one instance he told my uncle that the best way to get revenge on someone was to cut out and eat their heart. This was apparently a belief he told to a handful of people, none of whom clocked it as terribly abnormal. You had to think it was a joke, right?
I mean, it's so extreme and insane.
How do you respond to that?
Yeah.
He had no idea what Charlie was capable of, what he had already done. Oh, that's right, because he knew him when he'd already done those things.
Yes. And was like, this is a completely normal person. That's the scary, to me, that's the scariest.
100%. My dad and uncle are very close, and early on in my parents' relationship, they would all hang out together. My mom said the same thing as my uncle. He was charming and handsome and sweet, and she had no idea what kind of monster he truly was. When he left for South Florida, they all lost touch and didn't think much of him again until that episode of 2020. My uncle said he didn't sleep for a month when he heard the details, and I can't blame him. Stay sexy, don't drink and drive, and don't shack up with serial killers. Katie, she, her.
It's kind of like the other side of the first hometown I read, where it's like the victims, the experience of the victims, the loved ones of the victims, and now it's the experience of the friends and supposed loved ones of the killer.
Yeah.
Just insane.
Takes all kinds.
Thank you for sending in your hometowns. We always love to hear them.
Yeah, send them into myfavoritmurder@gmail.com if you have one.
Yeah. And okay, so now we're going to revisit the next part of this crossover, and that's where we take an advice call with Anna.
are we ready to call Leah?
Leah.
Yeah,
All right, let's call Leah. She's in Ohio, and she's 28.
Aren't we all?
Did you say aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hey, Leah. How are you? It's Sim.
Oh, hi, Sam. How are you?
I'm going to introduce you to Anna right now.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Anna.
Thank you so much for being with us here tonight.
So, Anna, can you introduce our special guests?
We have Karen and Georgia from My Favorite Murder, which is an awesome fucking podcast.
Hi.
Hi.
It is. Hi.
Hi, Leah.
Leah, you wrote us asking if it's okay to hook up with your cheating friend's ex-husband. Tell us your story. I mean, your story is kind of, this is interesting.
This is fun.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so 2 years ago, I was training a new girl at the place where I worked then, and her name was Janie, and she had just moved to Ohio. And she had moved to be with her fiance, and we found out that her fiance was actually one of my old friends from high school. So Janie and I, we became really close. I mean, we were doing everything together immediately. We just got along so well. And so we became friends, and it was really fun. It was so fun to hang out with her and her fiance because, we had a past history too. So Janie and Dustin, her fiance, they started to have some problems, and I was the first person to give them advice about them. We kind of lost touch, Janie and I did, when I started a new job that was kind of farther away. But I would stop in every once in a while to my old job and just see her and see how she was doing. So one day I stopped in, and she told me that her and Dustin were getting a divorce. And I told her, whatever I can do to help. So the next time that I stopped in, she was there, and she looked kind of nervous. And I found out why soon enough. It was because her new boyfriend was there, and it was a boyfriend that she met while she and Dustin were married. So they were together, and I found out she had told me then that she had cheated on Dustin. She had cheated with him with two different guys, and starting 3 months into their marriage. They got divorced about a year later. So Dustin had gotten a hold of me because I was going through some stuff, and he was going through some stuff, and we caught up. And we ended up starting to hook up. And I've been so torn about it because I want to be a good friend, and I guess I've never been in a situation like this before. So it's all kind of weird. Eventually, I thought, I have to at least ask her if we can be friends. And so I did, and she hasn't talked to me since. She was so mad at me for even asking.
Sorry, if you could be friends
with Dustin, exactly, right.
Yeah, if it was okay for Dustin and I to be friends, yes, yeah, to hang out. She got really mad, yeah, and we haven't talked since. So I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Is number one, I don't know, is it okay for Dustin and I to be hooking up? It's the best sex that I've ever had in my life.
Then yeah,
so nice to me. I mean, like selfishly, I can't, yeah.
Honey.
So there's that. And then, and it's something that I would never, ever do. I would never hook up with a friend's ex in different circumstances, ever.
I think we
and then number two, should I tell her, I guess?
we've got some answers for you.
Yeah, we have them already. You're such a sweetheart. You're not a bad person.
No. And you know what? A dude would never be asking these questions.
No fucking way.
And women, we beat ourselves up so fucking much.
Look, here's the thing. She cheated on him. It didn't even matter what she did because you already had a relationship with him. You already knew him before. So she was actually the new friend. And then she got rid of him. So that's like it doesn't matter what happens after that, because if that relationship ends, you get to do whatever you want. And her being mad at you after she cheated on him and then has someone else in her life to even want to be friends with him, that is insane. I think you're going by her rules and you're kind of like taking her framework of the situation and going, is this okay? Because she said it isn't. It's abso-fucking-lutely okay.
And it doesn't sound like someone that I would really want to be friends with anyways. So you checking in with her and
it's generous.
It's so sweet and generous, but not necessary.
Yeah.
You don't owe her anything. And you guys are, you're not going to get married maybe, but you're getting your fucking sexual healing. And like, it has nothing to do with her in any way. And cheating on someone 3 months into a wedding, that's probably not or a marriage. It's not the first time she did that, probably.
It wasn't.
I was right.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what she does. It doesn't matter.
It's so true. Because it sounds like, you might not value her friendship as much as you do like other friendships or relationships, and life is fucking short, and I don't think you owe her anything.
I mean, in this situation, I think it's interesting the idea that they broke up. I mean, that was over. Right. So it's not, this girl didn't get cheated on by the guy that you're hooking up with. So the idea that she's mad at you when she is absolutely not the victim in this situation, she went and did exactly what she wanted. So why don't you get to? Because you should get to. And if you want to get together with that guy, you should get to.
Dude, get to know your fucking body with a man that you date.
Who's nice to you. And I think that
I have been so far. So.
Yeah,
sounds like, I think that you wouldn't have called and asked this if you didn't know somewhere in your mind that something was really off about this. And you should.
And I did, yeah. I felt like it was. But I was surprised the few people that I kind of ran it by, I got really mixed answers. And I think that's what made me so confused about it.
Well, people are answering based on their own history, not on the situation.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's what everybody does.
That's right. Yeah.
If any of my girlfriends who I cared about and loved wanted to hook up with my exes who are good people, I would be so happy for them.
Me too. Yeah, exactly. I would too.
Yeah.
I think that's adult reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
So she might be having more of a high school weirdo reaction.
It's like when you get an awesome pair of boots and your friend is like, I really like this boots. Would it be okay if I also bought those? And some people would be like, no, these are my identity. And other people are like, fuck yeah, I'm so glad you like these boots.
They're so comfortable. Your feet are going to feel amazing.
Yeah. And you celebrate the idea that like,
but it's also the thing. I think it's also the thing of it's weird to think that you can make friends with, say, a narcissist. It's weird to think that you could have a good time and have a good relationship with a person who's actually deep down incredibly selfish or incredibly self-serving. So I think you're having doubts because the two of you hit it off and had a good time, but maybe a lot of the reason you had such a good time with her is because the boyfriend was there who you really liked and maybe have liked for a long time.
So he evened it out, the fact that she fucking kind of sucked. That's hilarious.
We did, yeah. We had a lot of fun all together. And she and I got really close in a different way. But yeah, I never even thought about that before.
You're not a bad person. No. Just like, we've been telling you, but we have been talking about bad people. But you are not one of them.
You're nowhere near it.
No. And the fact that you even question if you're a bad person or not based on this, I think proves to us that you're not.
You're a wonderful person.
Yeah.
And please, like, enjoy yourself. I don't know. Life is short. Yeah, I don't think you have to, I would encourage you to distance yourself. I mean, you already have from the friend, the gal, but also, I don't know how much social media has to play in all of this, but I would also encourage easing up on any of that because that always gets anybody into trouble. But I would just have, I don't know. You're in your 20s. Yep. Get your nut. Get yours. Yeah.
Well, Leah, I think this is pretty obvious here at this point.
Are you okay with this?
I am. I mean, thank you. Yeah, I do. I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Hey, Leah, thank you.
Hey, we love you.
Thank you so much. I love you too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye, Leah.
Get laid.
We love you.
I love you
Did you say get laid?
Yeah.
Bye.
And we're back. How fun is that? Can we just start doing that instead of the homework podcast?
I mean, we can, but we're not that good at it.
I think we're great at it.
I don't know.
Break up with him. That's my advice for everything.
Seriously, walk away.
Dump him.
Who cares?
Go no contact with your mom.
Okay, so this episode, we're going to get into the retitling.
Yeah.
It was, of course, called The MFM Unqualified with Anna Faris Crossover Part 2.
But if we were naming it today, maybe we would call it My Favorite Unqualified. Yes.
Yeah, that was George's quip. Or we could call it Tim Timesheet, which is what Anna kept saying because she should have read the word timeline and she wasn't. There was a typo.
What about Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4 actress?
So funny.
Oh, she's so funny.
She is so great, Anna. We love you. Thank you for having us at your home 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, what a fun memory to look back on.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Rewind.
And we'll say goodbye from Anna Faris's house.
All right. We're coming to an
I guess
end here.
Sim's doing the finger.
Wow, that's it. That's the wrap it up finger.
He's giving us the finger.
Yeah.
This was amazing, guys.
You guys, thank you so much.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
Thanks for being in my
having us.
creepy house, in the creepy room, talking about incredibly creepy things.
Such a creepy thing.
And you gave amazing advice.
This is a lot of fun. I mean, let's do this once a year if we can. You want
Totally.
it?
For sure.
Once a week or once a year?
We're going to be here
All right, let's do it once a week. Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much.
Anna, stay sexy. Oh, no.
Oh, go on.
And don't get murdered. That's how we always end ours.
Now you go, yours.
I always say, fuck you, Sim.
Oh, fuck you, Sam.
Fuck you, Sim. Don't get murdered.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. I love you, listeners.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name in the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Calling all amateur detectives and podcast obsessives.
Virgin Voyage's second true crime voyage sets sail March 20th, 2027 for a 5-night escape to Grand Turk and the Beach Club at Bimini.
As part of the On Air at Sea collection, this immersive sailing brings together fan favorite podcasts, including Disgraceland, Buried Bones, and Wisecrack, for live recordings, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive meet and greets, and crime-themed programming that you won't find anywhere else.
All aboard our award-winning, kid-free ships.
Head over to virginvoyages.com/truecrime to secure your spot.
Goodbye.
I'm Nancy Glass, host of the Burden of Guilt Season 3 podcast. This is a story about a horrendous situation that destroyed 2 families. It's a scorched earth war that shows just how far someone will go to get what they want.
Cindy said I had to choose between the truth and my family, and I had to choose the truth.
Listen to Season 3 of Burden of Guilt on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.